everybody. Welcome to Same Table, Pull Up a Chair, episode 7. And I am Emma Hobbs.
And I'm James Hobbs.
And how you doing today, Dad?
I'm doing good. I just noticed that I can't wear my hat while I'm doing this. It doesn't really fit, so we're going to have the hat as an extra here, and I'll put it on somewhere. It'll be here on the table. Be close by. Got to have the hat close by. I'll put it in different places and hide it. Be like an Easter egg. Try to find it in the shot. So how are you doing, Emma?
I'm good. Still moving. You see the boxes. I do have a cat in the background. As you can see, my little baby.
We do have a cat in the background. I see that.
She's
nice.
very much asleep. But I have to cover her.
Yeah?
Because you won't be able to see me.
Right. That's too bad. So how are things going? I know we've done a couple of podcasts now. We've had a couple of good hot topics. We're going to have a good one today, talking with a good friend of mine who is starting something pretty neat. I think it closely aligns with what we're trying to do in the book as well, just about finding ways to make improvements to our country and to help people. And I know he's working on that, trying to find ways to help folks out. So we'll talk about his case, specifically veterans, here in a bit. I'm looking forward to that conversation. What else is going on with you?
Not much.
Well, I can tell you that politics has been interesting. I've been doing some studies. And so I'll kind of get you on this. We've talked a lot about the reforms we want to make with the Senate and how this country is not currently a representative democracy, how it's something different, right? And that we don't really have true representation. That some states are overrepresented, some are underrepresented, and what some of those numbers are. So I've been putting together some interesting facts on that. You know, I published an article on this, just talking about how different states have more power. If we allow this thing to continue by 2040, guess how many? So 2/3 of Americans, guess how much power they'll have in the Senate for 2/3 of America?
2/3 of America.
2/3. So if we've got a third, and a third, 2/3 of America, you would expect them to have 2/3 of the power in the Senate. That's not true. How much power do you think they're actually going to have?
I'm going to say like 50%.
You would hope even 50%, right? A third. So 2/3 of Americans in this country will be represented by 1/3 of the Senate. That's because we have these population centers that are essentially these cities that are the sizes of small countries or large countries, in the case of Los Angeles, New York, Houston. These cities are enormous. It was never imagined by our forefathers that these cities would grow to this point, that they would become tens of millions of people and represent a large part of the population of the country inside of urban areas. Kind of crazy, isn't it?
That is crazy. Oh my God.
So how many states, so let's take, there's 50 states. So how many states do you think it takes to make up the population of California? So you've got population of California here at 38.3 million, almost 39 million, essentially. How many states does it take to equal that? If you took the lowest number, so take the state with the least population, Wyoming, and start up, how far up would you have to go before you equal the population of California?
I would say like, maybe like 3 states.
Like 3 states would equal that? So it's somewhere around, well, I'll give you the exact number because it's really close. It's kind of in between. Because it's not quite exact. So it's 21 states, but if we add Connecticut, it could be 22. Puts it just over.
Jesus Christ.
So it's 22. So 22 states, the lowest population states in America, the least populated 22 states equals the size of California. How is it that if you're in one of those states that you have the same congressional power in the Senate as California? You have 2 senators, they have 2 senators. How is this possible? How is this representative? And the Senate has so much power. So
Yeah.
that is not that is not representative government. It's not what was intended. It's more of a republic of states. That was a compromise made when they're trying to form this country. They made a lot of compromises to pull it together because states still wanted their powers. But the states at that time were vastly much smaller, right? So let's talk about. In fact, I was thinking of that. I think the population of Philadelphia in 1778 was 30,000. I'll have to look it up, but if I remember that right, it was 30,000 people for the city of Philadelphia. I think the
Wow.
largest state at the time was Virginia at like 500,000 people, but we'll have to go back and check those. I will tell you this, what I have in front of me, though, is think of this. So let's take it even a step further. We're saying that we want to, as part of the book and part of what we've written about, some of the changes we need to make is we need to empower cities. We need to give some constitutional authority and give that to cities. You start looking at a city, just the city, not even the metro area. The metro areas are much larger. How many people, so let's do the same exercise for Los Angeles. Los Angeles is about almost 4 million people. How many of those states would it take to make just the city of Los Angeles? What do you think?
10.
10? Well, now I know you're guessing on the high side, Em. I know you're guessing on the high side of that. So it is the 6 smallest states, Wyoming, Vermont, Alaska, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Delaware, about 4.77. So it's hard to get it exactly equal, but you get the idea that it's roughly the same size. So the city of Los Angeles doesn't have any senators directly, right? It shares California. But those states do. So how is this fair at all? Okay, now there's this idea, because you can't just say cities anymore, right? It's a metropolitan area. So if you think of these huge metropolitan areas, if we encompass all of LA County, it's almost 10 million people. So how many
Wow.
states does it take up to make LA County? So a county, an
Well,
area that does
I'm
not
gonna
have
stick
senators.
with my. Wait, you said how much did you say just LA City was?
Yeah, so about 4 million just in this.
So I'm gonna say 10 states. I'm gonna
LA
stick
City?
with it.
Did they call it LA City? Is that his?
Well,
we
you're
just say
talking about
Los Angeles.
metropolitan.
But
So-
metropolitan, no. So
So
LA
metropolitan is 10 states.
County. Yeah, that's right. So the metro is 10. You're exactly right. I don't know if you're looking it up now.
No, I'm
You're
not.
exactly right.
I just
You're
went with my
exactly
other
right.
guess.
10 states. 10 of the smallest states equal Los Angeles County. Those 10 small states have 2 senators. LA does not. How is this representative of those people in LA? How are they getting a voice? How are they heard? How are they getting representation in this government? They're not. So yeah, that is that is not fair, and it needs
Wow.
to change. One of the proposals we have in the book is, and there's several proposals that I have for changing the Senate, because I know we can't just abolish it, right? That's probably not the answer, not going to happen. And just going with the House of Representatives, just going with the representative government, right? You get the number of representatives based on your population. But so let's say we keep the Senate. What does it look like? You could do something like this. I mean, you could give each state 1 senator, right? So you could just say, okay, Wyoming, you have 500,000 people, you get 1 senator. And then you could give every other populated area that has the 589,000 people that Wyoming has, you could circle and create districts of 589,000 across, and that would, you could give that to the other senator, right? So that would change things pretty dramatically. If we look at the 2024 presidential election, Republicans won states, controlled 61 seats. It's changed now. But Democratic states had 39. So that was way different, right? That's not representative of this country. That is representative of a minority of states with a minority of the population in those states. So what could change? Let me see if I can find the numbers here for you, Emma. What could change is we could, if we change that and then we mapped it out kind of the way I was saying. So what we could do is those larger states would end up with more senators. You would end up with more than 1 senator. And it seems odd when people start thinking about these questions, like, well, you can't do that. I'm like, well, why? Right? Well, the people doing this, originally writing this, were literally sitting in a room where they nailed the windows shut because they didn't want disturbances from outside, literally sitting in a room and trying to make this stuff up, right? Trying to come to agreements.
Yeah.
It can be changed just because it's been the history. It's served us well through many years, but we've outgrown this. Obviously, with the current size of cities, we've outgrown this. So yeah, this would make things vastly different. Republicans would have to compete in metropolitan areas where they don't today, and they would have to build that coalition. And the Senate would be more of a reflection of the entire country. The coalitions then would be less geographic. The current Senate rewards parties for controlling territories, and my Senate would reward the parties for controlling the territories and the people. So it would be both. So it's possible to do.
I don't know. I still say get rid of it. We don't need just do a popularity.
So if we
vote.
did this, though, Emma, California would end up with 7 senators, Texas with 6, Florida and New York would get 4 each. Small states would still have their voice, but they would only have the one. They would only have the one senator.
Wow.
So in those small states, so now you have a much more representative population.
You do. And that's for the people who don't want the Senate to go away, but
Yeah, and this still doesn't mean the Democrats just own everything. The Republicans could still produce a majority, but it forces both parties to win the people as well as the acreage, as well as the territories. So it forces both things to happen in a much more equitable way. It's still not totally equitable, but it's a pathway to get us there, something that might be a compromise that could be more palatable, right, for both sides. And I'm with you. You still get rid of it. Anyways, I was writing this Substacks, and I was going through this, and I was finding these numbers to be really
By the way,
interesting.
follow him on Substack. What's your Substack?
Well, we're under the pluralist. Yeah, the pluralist, right? Which, when you and I talk about this, like same table as this podcast, pluralist is that we can have two things can exist at the same time, right? And they can be two various ideas, two different kinds of people, different ideas. That's okay. And we're a country of pluralism because we're a country where many multiple ideas exist in the same spaces. Or in rural and urban areas, and that's okay. And the idea behind it is that that's okay. That's the country. That's what we're meant to be. But it doesn't mean one side gets their way all the time over the other side, right? That's not fair. So pluralism is we can be many things at once. We don't have to be just one thing. So, and that applies to people too, right? That we can do that. So. What they built in a chamber in the 1790s, these population gaps, and trying to govern a country like this, they never imagined it would be this wide, it would be this populated. And it's okay, right? They couldn't predict that, and so they designed and architected the country the way they did because of that. But we can make the change, right? We don't have to stay with these policies. Things can actually change. Yeah, so it's possible. Currently, the way the Senate works, 41 senators can block anything from reaching a vote that isn't in the Constitution, and that's not in the Constitution, right? Like the whole filibuster. And I know currently Democrats, we want to hold on to the filibuster. As Democrats, they want to hold on to it because the minority always wants to hold on to it. Whoever's a majority wants to see it gone, but it does need to go away, right? It's a distortion of American politics. It wasn't intended to function the way it does today. You think about the Senate's design, so it does go back to 1787. It was the Great Compromise when small states like Delaware and Rhode Island, they refused to ratify the Constitution, so they're literally not going to sign this document because they were afraid of the bigger states like Virginia and Massachusetts. Basically, it would make them irrelevant. So they came up with the 2 senators per state, regardless of population. Okay, that works then with those populations. It does not work now. The mathematics don't work now. Yeah, they had to accept it because the alternative was there would be no country. So sometimes you make a compromise like that in the greater good, and it's worked out well. But it's time for it to go away. Now we have to make
another compromise.
Now that's what we're asking is folks to make some changes. make some compromises, let the math work the way the math should work. And this works in everyone's favor. The current, whoever's in charge, will not want to do this because they're in charge at that time. But what I will say is you're not in charge forever. The other side's in charge some of the time, right? It goes back and forth. This would be an equitable system that would mean we would have a better representation for people. And I like this kind of idea, doing the architectural changes, Emma, versus other things, because this helps the country grow without having to address all the little things at once.
Everybody, welcome Dr. Mike Roberts.
Yay! I hear all the clapping in the background. Thank you, audience. There's a studio audience out here.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Hey, well, first, I guess to say, hey, thanks for having me.
Of
Greatly
course.
appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks,
we're
Mike. We were
happy
just
to
giving
have
a little
you.
bit. Oh, sorry. I think we stepped on each other, Em.
Oh,
It's so
okay.
easy
We
to
do that.
do
We
on
do that
this.
all
So
the
easy to
time.
do on this.
Yeah.
It's like we're obviously not together today, so yeah, we're gonna do that a bunch. Well, that's good. We see Dr. Mike. The fans running in the background. It must be warm in Houston. Close
It
to
is.
Houston.
It is very hot. I actually stopped it just for this, just so there would be no
Oh.
distractions.
So Dr. Mike's so far north in Houston, we call it South Dallas. That's how far north he is. Literally South Dallas. So I would normally have the hat on, Mike. It's my lucky charm. I can't really podcast without it.
Not today.
Yeah, because then we get too much reflection here, but that's okay. So yeah, good. We're glad to have Dr. Mike on. We want to talk a little bit about what he's doing, and we were talking earlier, Em, about how this ties into the book a bit. On, we're trying to do good things for the country. We're trying to help people. We're trying to actually make changes in this country, things that will really, really make a difference, and not just a little bit of a difference, but a big difference. And so Dr. Mike, I've known him a long time. He's a veteran. He served Iraq. If I remember, it was Iraq. I don't remember the other places.
Oh, yes. I've been to Iraq, Afghanistan, Kuwait. I would say did the whole tour, and ultimately, if it ended in Stan, I just assumed that I spent some time there.
So you were an Air Force Staff Sergeant, if I remember?
Yes. Air Force Staff Sergeant, combat communications, so combat veteran.
Combat veteran, disabled veteran as well,
Sure.
during the war. And so I've heard a lot of those stories. I've heard a lot of the background, things that we won't share on air. There's a lot that Dr. Mike went through in his time in the military. And so, first of all, we want to thank you for your service, Mike. I can never say that enough.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Right? So thank you. Thank every veteran.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Obviously, I would say I was just just doing my duty, what I was asked, what I signed up for, and obviously there's a lot of folks that I would count as real heroes. It's not me, but there's a lot of folks that did a lot of wonderful stuff.
You've always been a hero in my book with that. Hearing the stories and what you went through, what your experiences were. A lot of folks share those experiences, and I know a lot of folks fought for this country, and then the country didn't fight back for them, right? Like they served the country, but the country hasn't really served them. They haven't gotten their what's due to them, the benefits that they deserve to get. The country needs to take care of them. So a little bit of an introduction. Mike's built a tool. It's an online tool that generates documentation for disabled vets when they need to file claims. Nexus letters, buddy statements, CMP exam prep, decision letters, but it is veteran owned and operated by yourself. And I wanted to kind of start asking you some questions about that. Anything you wanted to say about it, Mike, before we kind of get started?
Yeah, tell us a little bit of like what it's called, where people can find it.
Yeah, sure. So the name of the website is VA Claim Commander. I'm trying to name it after something, that makes sense for veterans, VA, Veterans Affairs, Veterans Administration, and then focus on just what you mentioned, Jane, it's disability claims. Prior to me really getting into the disability space, let's say a year or so ago, I was one of the folks, when you hear a disabled veteran, I thought of somebody who lost an arm, lost a leg, some of those items. We used to see a lot of World War II vets. I know you and I are a bit older, say World War II vets, Vietnam vets.
Right.
Those are some of the things that we
Right.
saw. But
Yeah.
that's just not the case. We have plenty of folks that have varying disabilities, and not all of them are physical, such as that. I think there's a large amount of folks that come back with, I'll say, PTSD or mental health issues. So there's a lot of things that are occurring for veterans that you can't see. Doesn't mean that they're not there, but a lot of folks are fighting struggles every day. And I can tell you that as folks try to go through the VA disability process, boy, it's tough. It really is. I speak to several veterans each day, and one of the biggest things is folks find it just so difficult to get through the process that they give up. I mean, you called it out, and I would say that when you sign your name on that line, saying, "Hey, I'm willing to do whatever it takes for my country," if called to duty up into giving my life, I would say there's an agreement there. Whether you want to say that it's a unspoken agreement or not, but myself and a lot of the veteran community is I was willing to do whatever was asked of me, for my country. And in exchange is when my time with the military was done, that Veterans Affairs and the government would be there to do their part. And I'm just not sure that sentiment is shared, across the board. But anyhow, for the veterans, for the disability component, it's tricky if you don't know what you're doing. It is easy to get a claim denied. It's easy to get lost, and it's even easier to give up. So what I've tried to do with VA Claim Commander is to really help focus on the documentation and help folks build an evidence package that they need. Because at the end of the day, veterans, they don't win claims within disability, within the disability arena. Evidence wins claims. So that's what I've tried to do, is give folks a path so that they can share, some of their documentation. They can upload, if they desire, some of their medical records. For me as a security professional, as my normal job, HIPAA is really important. So if somebody is willing to share some of their information, we save a component of it just in their browser. So what does that mean? So that means you upload something, a VA Claim Commander, looks at it, we read it, we extrapolate what's needed, and then we come back to you and say, hey, from what we've seen in your records, you may be eligible for these VA disability benefits. Again, I use PTSD and mental health. That's one. A very common one within the veteran community, is sleep apnea. So if somebody has that within their documented records, we sort of guide them on the process of, hey, here's the things that you need. And then I would say we work together to build that, and hopefully, we have the evidence there. We've helped make the package, and they have something they can submit to the VA, and ultimately they get the rating, that they deserve. So I said
And
a lot
Mike,
there about it, but
yeah, what you were saying just nearly had me teared up there. It had me thinking about this saying about not all scars are visible,
yeah,
right? Like they're on the inside. And these folks have suffered. Gosh, hearing about your commitment that you give to the country and the way you tell it about you're signing up and you're willing to commit, you're willing to do whatever and sacrifice for your country, and you expect something in return to be taken care of. The basics. You're not expecting a whole lot in return. You just want the damage and the injuries that occurred to be taken care of, so that you can live your life. I don't know about you, Emma, but it moves me hearing these stories. And if we don't do anything in this country, we have to take care of the people that are taking care of us, right? We owe our freedoms, our lives, the fact that we can even have this podcast to people like Mike,
Yes.
going out and fighting in wars and protecting the country. So I did have a couple of questions, Mike, to kind of get things going a little bit more. Could you kind of take us back to the moment that you decided to build this? You went through the claims process yourself as a disabled vet, And what happened, and what made you say that somebody needs to fix this?
No, yes. So thanks for starting with that question. So once I found out that I might even be eligible, I think I went through probably what every veteran goes through. Well, how does this work? What do I do? So I did. So what I think most people do is I started Googling. Assistance with VA disability. Again, I'm going into it blind. I had no idea how this process works. And then I ended up running across a few sites. So, that mentioned, hey, you need help with VA disability? Come work with us. We can get you properly rated. Some sites even claim that they could, guarantee a rating. That's impossible. And I can tell you some of that's also illegal. But I ended up signing up for a site. It was $800.
Jesus.
And
Wow.
yeah, and I would say that's on the. So it was a one-time $800 fee.
Yeah.
But there are a whole lot of different sites that have different, I'll say different fee structures. But this one, effectively said, hey, yeah, we'll help you file your claim.
Wow.
So it ended up being a conversation in a group setting that really didn't make a lot of sense. They helped me create a personal statement. So some things that I do now, or at least as part of the website. And then I got something called a nexus letter. And
what is the nexus letter?
Yep.
Yeah, for all of our viewers out there. Yeah, what is it?
Sure. So a nexus letter, that's really it's focused on a medical opinion. So you have a clinician, it'll be a nurse practitioner above, could be a, MD, if you will. But the intent of that nexus letter is to tie in, your current medical conditions to service. So you can think of nexus as a connection. So just as it sounds, it is a nexus between your current conditions and your service. So it's a tie-in.
And this is the thing that makes or breaks that claim, doesn't it, Mike?
It was the thing that made or break mine on more than one situation. So for a lot of my claims, I had this nexus letter. They start as low as $500. I paid a lot more, but the bigger issue that I had is once I worked with the company, they provided me a nexus letter. I started looking at the citations. So I have a PhD. I'm naturally curious. I'm passionate about research. Well, I started looking at these citations, and ultimately they were falsified. So if you were to submit that to the VA, and they see. I know. It's not what I expect. Not when you pay for something.
Taking advantage of
When you pay for something, you expect it to be good.
Yes.
and when you're taking advantage of this vulnerable population that's already done their service, they're trying to just get taken care of. They're probably in pain. They need help, and then people are out there taking advantage of it. Good God.
And you keyed in on the same thing there. And I would say I fell prey to it as well. It's the desperation of the veteran community. It is literally desperation, and then that will cause you to make decisions, that you may not usually, because again, you're trying to get, the compensation, you're trying to get the health care, you're trying to get everything to try to make you as whole as you can be. There are a lot of us, we left, and how we came back wasn't in the same status. So yeah, found all these falsifications. And then ended up correcting that, sent it back to the company. We had some more discussions. They ultimately used some citations that I found. But at the end of the day, I said, well, after going through this process, falsified citations, having to spend, all this money, there's got to be a better way. And in certain scenarios, veterans, they may not have the money. So here we are. We have a vulnerable population, like you mentioned, folks that may not have the money for these more expensive services. Heck, maybe they're just trying to pay, for where they live right now. I mean, there's a large population of homeless veterans. So there's got to be a better way,
there has to be, Mike.
So that's why I went down.
Right.
No, absolutely not. So I went down the path and said, well. Artificial intelligence is out there. Everybody's heard of ChatGPT, Claude, etc. And then I was like, well, instead of harnessing potentially the power of one clinician or
Right.
somebody who's giving me falsified citations. Maybe we can harness the power of 100 or 1,000 clinicians and just have this, I'll say, almost an infinite amount of access to data so that we can not only get legitimate data and information, but to try to put it in a way in which the VA will understand it and which a veteran can win their claim.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Mike.
Yeah.
I was trying to look up the figures on homeless vets. There's tens of thousands. Looks like the latest number is about 32,000 people. But sadly, out of that, there are 18,000, almost 19,000 that are in emergency shelters. You're a disabled vet. You've served our country. I mean, like, what can we do for you?
Yeah.
Like brother. I mean, sister, you're out there. We've got to be able to help you on this, and this is one way with what you've set up to really, actually, legitimately, because I know you're working on this is a legit site with legit medical folks, and
Yes.
so you're working through this in a very honest way of veteran providing services for veterans. Mike, you were a former staff surgeon, and so you built this tool to help people who have served to fight the bureaucracy, essentially. What do you want a vet who's sitting on a claim and they've given up on it? What do you want them to hear right now?
So I would say the initial thing is just because you've been denied, it doesn't mean that the fight's over, and you're not alone. That's what I'll tell you. And even for myself, I had some claims that were denied, and there's two options. So you can either give up, like you talked about, or I would say you can stay in the fight. You can get educated, and then find, I'll say, brothers or sisters out there as well, and I'll say other veterans, that are willing to help you and go to battle with you. There's a concept of a battle buddy, while you're in the military, and I would say battle buddies and that concept that doesn't end just because you're no longer actively wearing the uniform every day. There are 18 million of us out there. There are 18 million veterans today, and I can tell you, we're all different backgrounds, all different branches. But at the end of the day, when a veteran needs help, there are more people than you would ever imagine that are there and willing to answer the call. So don't give up. You don't have to fight alone. You didn't have to fight alone before. You don't have to fight alone now. Reach out to myself and others. We're here. You are not alone.
And Emma, I know you'll display the Mike's website here for us,
Yes, I will do.
so everybody can
everything.
see the website.
But yeah,
Mike?
that was a really good message, by the way. I love that. You are not alone. Please reach out.
Yes, no, and it's
Reach out.
and it's sincere. It is sincere. Like I said, there's a lot of folks that need help. We can't offer everything to everybody, but the support system, continues to be huge. And you talk about the veteran statistics, James. So there's homelessness.
No.
There's also talking about the number 22. So there's approximately 22 veteran suicides a day. And that's,
Wow.
both directly within, some of my family and even outside of
Wow.
that, I've been touched by those numbers. So yeah,
Yeah.
folks
Yeah.
need help. Folks need help.
They do, and this is a start to get through the process, and that's what you're offering
Yes.
is a way to help navigate the process. Something that shouldn't exist. The process should be easier. Those changes should be made by the government. First and foremost, we have to take care of the people that took care of us.
Yeah.
I mean, that has to be written in law somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Like that has to be firm. Like it's not optional.
And
We're
if that
taking care of
doesn't-
all kinds of
And if that doesn't tell you, what a mess the disability claims process is, then I don't know what does. When you literally have a whole industry, literally built around trying to help veterans, navigate the VA disability
Right,
process and
right.
get the benefits that they earned. if that doesn't tell you that there's a problem, then I don't know what does. So you're right. We got big problems. We got big problems.
And you're trying to solve those, Mike. I really appreciate it. You're taking the skills you have, create a website, build that website. You're going to have to charge something because you're having to pay nurses and things. So
Yes.
you've got to pay for the background on it, and it takes quite frankly, it just takes money to stand something up like this.
Yeah.
So you've got to do that. But if you're out there and need help, this will be a legitimate way to get that help. I've known Mike a lot of years. He's outstanding, high integrity. Mike, what's the website again? Can you say it one more time?
Sure. It's VA-claimcommander.com. So
VA Claim
VA,
Commander.
yes, sir. VA-claimcommander.com. You talked about pricing. Yes. So we offer some free tools that are absolutely wonderful for everyone. If you want to do some more advanced stuff, I would say it's at a nominal fee. I think you'll see other folks, trying to help veterans as well. But with where we're at, again, price point, capability, I would argue, and I personally believe that we are the best value out there. Because again, the intent is not to take advantage, of already a
Right.
struggling population.
Right.
And how do we help? How do we make it cheap? But how do we make the product, the best that we can? And I think we've hit that sweet spot. I mean, it's been veteran focused from the beginning. It'll be veteran focused till the end.
So you've heard the website. If
Yeah.
you reach out to them directly, you can reach out to us in the podcast, leave comments
Yeah, of
here.
course.
We're happy to connect people. Let us know
course.
if you've been through this and had similar experiences. Put it on the podcast, put it on the YouTube videos, wherever you find us. Leave those comments here. We'll share them with Dr. Mike on your experiences, and we'll connect you two up, and we'll work to get you the help you need. Emma, any last
please,
words?
Please just let us know. Please reach out. If you're watching this video and you're like, I literally have nowhere to go, just please reach out to us on here on the podcast and we can help you. Reach out on the website, or also if you're struggling with mental health, also text or call 988, or also there's a website that you can go to, which is, I believe it's 988lifeline.org. So please get help. And yeah, what you're doing for people, Mike, is just amazing. And
Absolutely. Keep it up. Anything we
We're
can do to
just-
help, we're always here. So
Yeah.
fantastic. We'll have Dr. Mike on again. Any last
course,
words, Dr.
yeah.
Mike?
I just want to say, thank you again to you and Emma for having me on here. It's been a pleasure seeing the past few episodes of the podcast, and just gets better every week. So I appreciate all your messaging, and then thank you again to all the to all the viewers out there. Veteran or not, I certainly appreciate your support, and then I appreciate all the support that you're giving to James and Emma on this. And again, thank you. In the future, if there's an opportunity, that's, I guess, my shameless prompt. In case you want to invite me back, I'm available. I'm available.
We want to hear how the
Yeah.
website's doing. We want to hear some stories of you helping people.
yeah, of course.
We'd love to hear that. So,
We'd love to have you on the podcast again.
Yeah.
Like anytime.
yep.
Thank
Absolutely.
you, guys.
We got to visit with Dr. Mike. He had a
We
really important
did.
message about veterans. This ties into the concept you and I have been talking about with the same table. We need to bring everybody up to the table, and it doesn't feel like it's true that
Feels
veterans
like- yeah.
and disabled vets, they're not at the table.
They're
Right?
not.
The table's there.
They
It's
are
hard
the
to get to the
number-
table.
They are the number one person that should be at the table, that you'd think is at the table. Because as someone who hasn't really been into veteran spaces, I actually didn't know what VA meant. I actually had to look it up.
I'm not surprised.
So, and to realize how many veterans just go unappreciated by this country it's honestly disgusting.
I wonder
And
how
we
many
should
people
do
in your
better.
generation, you think don't know what VA means?
Oh, probably a lot.
They
'Cause
haven't seen
it's
it.
just, yeah.
Unless you've specifically had parents that were in the military, family in the military, you may not know or understand the struggle. But what I'd say is reach out to somebody, hear their stories, get to talking to them. When we grew up, Emma was Vietnam. There were a lot of Vietnam vets. There were a lot of World War II vets. So I got all those stories. You're your great grandfather. My grandfather was a merchant marine in World War II, so he'd been stricken with, I think it was polio, when he was a kid. He had a lot of heart issues. World War II breaks out. He tries to join the Navy, and they wouldn't take him. They said, "You have heart issues. We can't take you."
Wow.
But he went and joined the Merchant Marines. They would take him. So he ended up being an engineer in the Pacific. He was in the engine room, and he used to tell me stories about how I have to gun the engine to go over a wave and then cut it as they're coming down the wave. So he was having to feel how to drive this boat, right? Like how to power this boat. He said he couldn't see anything. He was down in the engine room, but he's having to power the engine up and power it down. And I learned something from him I'll never forget. I'm going to ask you this question because I don't know if your generation will appreciate or know. And it's something that I'd heard him say. But do you know which is more dangerous? So he drove a fuel tanker, or he was an engineer on a fuel tanker. They go refuel the aircraft carriers and battleships.
Yeah, the big ones.
In the Pacific Fleet, right? The big ones. So he's in a very dangerous spot. So basically a floating gas station, right? So huge target. Which is more dangerous, an empty gas tanker or a full gas tanker? So which one is it more dangerous to be on?
I mean,
so think
my
like if a torpedo hits.
Instinct wants to say a full one.
Yeah, you think a torpedo hits a full tanker.
It would
So it's all dangerous,
blow
right?
up.
Like you get hit by a torpedo, it's dangerous, right? Let's not shy away from that. You're hit with a torpedo. It's
But
a
the
bad
way you're
situation.
asking me that, I feel like it's the empty one.
Yeah, well, of course, right? So there's going to be a catch when I ask a question that way. So it's the empty one because it's all the gas and air that's all mixed, right? So you think of that's what explodes.
Oh,
it's gas and air mixture.
That makes sense.
So you've got this tanker with this basically this gas air mixture sitting there, and it's a floating bomb, right? So he used to tell me that's what they weren't worried about the full. He was like, yeah, torpedo get hit, it's probably just going to come in and not do much. Or not as much, but he said, yeah, if it hits the empty one, the whole thing goes. Like there's no chance. But some of those stories he used to tell and about that. We've had a lot of families serve. Really proud of them. It's something to be proud of. Proud of Dr. Mike and proud to know him. So if you can go out and support his site, go support it. If you have friends, family that are struggling to get all the benefits that they deserve, that they earned, that are theirs by right, then Dr. Mike can help with that.
And we are serious about it. Like, we're also here. We care about y'all. We care about our audience. We don't want to be the kind of people that are just like, whatever. Our audience is just numbers. No, y'all are not numbers to us. Please reach out to us if you need anything or if you need any help.
And what he's trying to do is similar to what we want, which is we want to change the country for the better. We want a more representative country that represents the population in a better way. I believe that if that happens, that changes will come for the better. We want to protect communities and their communities' rights to have the rights that they hold dear, wherever you are. But what they hold dear is different. What we hold dear in Seattle is different than what they hold dear somewhere in Wyoming, Montana, Texas, rural Texas. Those things can be very different, and we want to protect those for everyone so that we can all live and be happy and feel like we can live the lives, our best lives, right? And be protected and have our rights protected. So I appreciate the segue into that. I know we need to play some games now, don't we?
We do.
I feel like we go, Emma, I was thinking about this. We go to these really hard topics like let's change America, let's change the world. And then it's like, oh, let's go play a game.
Let's go play a game.
Right?
Well,
and
feel like
I was thinking about mentally, how do you switch gears, Emma, from we just talked about this reality that nearly tears me up. And now we're going to go play some games.
Am just that way, I guess.
I am pluralist. I can hold both things in my head.
Yeah, because I'm excited to play games, but I also know that, like, this is a very heavy topic for people.
Yeah,
But
you need some relief.
I feel like, we need a relief from the heavy topic, because I feel like what we need to show people is that life is not all about, like, oh, everything sucks, our country sucks, whatever. It's about, hey, let's change our country and let's have fun.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point. I want to give an example. And maybe if y'all's families are like that out there, let us know. But our family, when we have grief, when we're dealing with things, we of course grieve, but then we set it aside and celebrate. So we did the same thing when my mom passed. What did we do, Emma? Do you remember? Do you remember we got a party bus?
Oh, we did. We did.
And we got our family together. We turned on the music that she would listen to, some of that, and then we turned on music that was important for us as well.
And during, I do remember when you talked during her funeral, you also said things that she said that were really funny.
Said the things she said that were funny. We can cover that in the next one. We can do a whole cast, or you can cover some of it now. I mean, she said some outrageous things.
She did.
But she had a lot of different sayings. We'll pick one. I mean, so we were talking about things earlier, like Gen X, Gen Z. Now there's
turtle,
this isn't even Gen X.
Turtle hole.
Does anyone out there know what a turtle hole is?
Yeah.
If you know what a turtle hole is, put it in the comments.
Put down in the comments if you know what a turtle hole is.
There you go.
And we'll go and look at it, and we'll create like a little reaction video to your guys's guesses of what a turtle hole is.
How would that be used?
Grandma, she was East Texan. My grandma, East Texan, she'd always say, put that in the
she was
hole.
raised by East Texans.
Yeah.
She grew up in Haltom City, but she was raised by East Texas, very East Texas lady.
Well, she had an East Texas
West Texas
accent.
father, East Texas lady. She did have an East Texas accent. A lot of East Texas sayings that I don't know if they exist anywhere else in the world other than East Texas. I can't even drop down into an East Texas accent. I can if I go visit and stay there. I can do it.
No, I forgot how they talk.
That's not even it.
They do like they like skip consonants.
Oh no, it's just fantastic. I used to
vowels.
love to hear my Aunt Patricia. I could just listen to her all day, and I wish I could describe it to you, Evan, but it was just the sweetest little voice.
Yeah.
East Texas accent, just so sweet. And I was like, I could listen to this all day. Just something about that comforted me. It's like I couldn't wait to hear her voice. It was comforting. There's a lot of comfort in that voice. A lot of comfort in people from East Texas. They know how to comfort each other and their family. And so Mimi, we call her Mimi. She was that way, and she did a lot of things. But yeah, if you know Turtle Hole, put it in. What I was going to say is we got a party bus when she passed. And we're all sad, so it's definitely a moment you want to have the right amount of respect. But it also needs to fit the person. And she was shorts and no shoes. She wouldn't put shoes on all summer. She would walk on hot Texas asphalt in Watauga, Texas with no shoes, right? She'd walk them down the street, no shoes. Those feet were so tough. I've never seen anybody with tougher feet. She literally wore the shortest shorts and no shoes all summer long. That's what she did. I didn't know if that's just part of that East Texas thing you're talking about, but she enjoyed life. And so we celebrated that. We celebrated things. And so I think for us, for you and me, we can talk about very difficult topics, very hard things, life and death things that are important to people. And in the next minute, we can jump into, we know that still exists and we're not disrespecting it, but we can jump into something more fun and we can switch it. I don't know if people can. If you can, let us know.
Yeah.
It's just something we've grown up with. And I think we turned that switch on, and you've seen it with us.
I
So
know
with
me
that,
personally,
go.
I deal with pain and grief through comedy, or like almost making fun of it,
right.
or like making fun of myself or making fun of
Right.
something, because that's how I deal with it. So
Right.
let me know if that's how you deal with it. But I know that our family definitely does that.
That is how we deal with it. It'll be the most serious moment. Somebody will say something or do something.
I know.
We'll start snickering and laughing, and before you know, it's just like, it's not in our family. It's not disrespect. It's actually respectful for us. And I think some people could look at us and go, well, they're being pretty disrespectful at a funeral, and it's like, no, that's our family. That's how we show love and
That's us.
respect. But every family's different, and that's okay. It's a country of 1,000 communities, not just one.
It is, yeah.
So we're going to jump into something fun. What are we doing?
We are. So we're gonna play like.
What are we playing?
We're gonna play like some mini games,
Okay.
and these are based off of mini games from the board game Moose Master. So if anyone is like, that sounds familiar, that's where it's from. So, first of all, we are going to play. They're
Moose
all
Master.
yeah.
Hold on, I'm stuck on Moose Master.
It's a
What-
board game.
What is Moose Master? I keep
So
looking
it's-
down. I'm so terrible at this. I'll just sit here and stare. I'm so used to staring down. I'm trying to get better. I'm gonna look. Here we go. Moose Master. What is it?
So no. So Moose Master, it's just a board game where, basically it's you. Oh, it's so hard to explain. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a board game with like different cards. You have like different rules, and then if you mess up a rule or something, you get a penalty card, and stuff like that. And there's also mini games in it, and those are the
Okay.
games that we are going to play today.
The mini games.
Yes.
All right.
So
Let's get our Moose Master on here, Emma.
the first, they're all word games, by the way. We don't really have to do anything or think too much. 'Cause
Okay.
So let's do something really simple first. So let's do a one-word story. So we'll say one word at a time. So I'll be like I, and then you could say like I am. But you have to say the whole sentence though. So whenever we're adding a word, you have to say like I am Emma. I am Emma there or whatever. You know?
I hear you. I'm going to lose already on like the third word.
It's okay. It's kind of a remembering game, but also like
Then I'm done.
No, it's okay.
You have an advantage.
So, I guess I'll start, or do you want to start? Because you might have an advantage
better.
at starting.
Oh, I do have an advantage. Okay.
Maybe.
We
No. We are
family.
we are family that
We are family that jumps.
we are family that jumps high.
We are family that jumps high over.
We are family that jumps high over a
We are family that jumps high over a shark.
we are family that jumps high over a shark and
We are a family
no
that
no
jumps.
we no you
Oh, I already
guys-
messed up?
It's
it
we
over?
are family.
Oh, I lost. Then is that a loss?
Yeah, that's a
Oh.
loss. Unfortunately.
So I'm done. I told
Yeah.
you.
You want to try
I'd
it
be done.
again?
All
I
right,
almost
let's give it a
messed
go.
up. I almost messed up a couple
Okay,
of
now
times.
now I understand the rules. I have to be exact. I have to
But
say it
let's
exact.
try
I can't.
again.
I can't.
Yeah, yeah.
I
You
can't
can't make up words.
elaborate
middle.
or make up. So that, but that's what I like to do.
I know. I like to
That's
do
why
that
I'm
too.
an author. I like to make up words. Okay.
So, I'll start.
Start.
I
I am
a
shark.
I am a shark that
I am a shark that has.
I am a shark that has a
I am a shark that has a laser.
I am a shark that has a laser beam.
I am a shark that has a laser beam pointed.
I am a shark that has a laser beam pointed at
I am a shark that has a laser beam pointed at your.
I am a shark that has a laser beam pointed. Oh, I forgot. That has a laser beam pointed at. Was that right?
Talk at you
You?
missed. No.
Did I miss it? Oh, what did I get wrong?
Your
Oh,
pointed
your.
at your. Oh, this was going to get interesting too. Oh yeah, I can't do this without trying to be funny. So it's going to get interesting.
So our next little mini game is the celebrity name game.
Celebrity name.
If you haven't heard of
game.
it before, it's a little bit complicated to say, but very easy to play.
Celebrity
Basically,
game.
you have to name a celebrity or someone famous,
Okay.
and take the first letter of their last name and match that to the first letter of like someone else's name. For example,
Give me an example.
like Dwayne Johnson.
Okay.
You have the J.
Yeah.
You would say someone else's famous or celebrity name that starts with J.
This is late in the afternoon. I'm going to so fail.
No, it's
Pressure
okay.
the camera.
Just
I can't
think,
take
just
it.
think, just think. It's okay.
I'm going to fail.
It's okay. I'll probably fail
No,
too.
okay. Well, everybody pull
So-
for us here. Let's see what we can do.
So I'm gonna start.
Oh, you're going
With
to start. Okay, well. of
Neil
course.
deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
So
Now,
you
do I
need
use
to
the
have
D or the
someone-
T?
T.
The T. DeGrasse Tyson. Tom Cruise. It's not easy being on the spot, no, is it?
No.
It's like being on stage. Oh, you ever get called up on stage and it's like, you just freeze?
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Unless I'm prepared with my speeches and doing my thing, I don't like being cold. I don't like having to improvise, unless it's my stuff, right? Like I can improvise on politics and technology, but
Ooh, I have one. Celine Dion.
Celine Dion, so that would be a D. Okay. Dwayne Johnson. Since you use that as an
Jared
example.
Leto.
Jared Leto, so it's an L. Oh, Linda Ronstadt. Do you know who Linda Ronstadt is? Oh my God. If you're Gen X and you just did the same thing as me, unbelievable. After this, you're going to go and you're going to look up Linda Ronstadt and listen to some songs.
Oh, she's a
You
singer.
are going to listen to Linda. Yeah, she's a singer. Linda Ronstadt.
Is that an R?
It's an R.
Ruth. I always can't pronounce her name. Get it? She's amazing. The Supreme Court lady, Ruth Gettysburg.
I'm just going to let you suffer on this one.
Ruth. How the freak do you pronounce her name? I always forget. I know her first name is Ruth. Ruth.
Shall I let you suffer?
No, Ruth. She's amazing.
Bader.
Ruth Bader.
Ginsburg.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
She's amazing, and
I know you find her amazing.
I am so sorry, Ruth. I am so sorry.
That's okay. It's late. I can't remember names well either.
So now you have to say, I think it's G.
A G. What G am I going to come up with?
Are you looking it up?
No, I'm trying to find the right songs you should listen to from Linda Ronstadt. So I'm still stuck on that. Yeah, I'm still stuck on Linda Ronstadt. I'm trying to remember what songs I liked the best from Linda. It's been so long now. So many good hits. You're no good. She's saying that. That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I got distracted, Emma.
You have to do G.
No, do I? Come on. G. George Washington.
That's a good one.
There is a tie-in between George Washington and our family, which I won't go into because it's long, but we can talk about the tie-in. How your ancestors, it's on your mom's side, how your ancestors were part of George Washington's journey.
I was about to say Walter White, but that is not a celebrity.
It's a G. We need G.
No, you said G.
Oh, George. Oh, you need a W.
George,
that's right.
I need a W.
Sorry. See, I don't remember the rules. You could have just cheated. I would have known.
A W?
Do you give up? You want me to give you one?
Yeah, I'll lose this round. It's fine.
William Shatner.
Oh my god. I know so many
Williams.
Williams. Jeez.
You see, late in the day, this happens. We're not processing as
Let's
fast.
do one more round of this,
All right,
and then
one
we'll
more
move
round.
on to another mini game.
We got to do something else. Yeah.
So
This is hard.
It is
Being
hard.
tired.
So you
When you're
go
tired-
first.
Oh, when you go first.
Think of a
Okay.
name.
Yeah, it's so funny. I can think of so many celebrities when I'm not thinking.
I
I'm going to think of
know.
people that I'm not going to tell you why I know this name so well. But Jennifer Connelly.
Ah. One of your
Oh
celebrity
no, you can't
crushes.
say that. I thought you were going to save it on the list. The friends,
No.
the list from Friends. Who, if you're listening from India, everybody in India watches Friends. I swear.
Oh.
I was there last year, and it was like I could make any Friends reference, and they immediately knew. I don't know if that's a localized thing, but it felt like everybody knew Friends.
Is that a C? Conley?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
C. C. Give us a C. Should we do that done? Should we do some music? Should we hum some music? See, that I start to violate the music thing here. If I hum the whole thing.
I just had one.
C. C. M with the letter C. Any famous person with the letter C.
Carrie Underwood? Carrie.
Oh, you're gonna give me a U, really?
Yeah.
Well, you were thinking so hard to try to find, and you could think of C's. I get it now. I get what you're doing. You could think of C names. You were trying to find something really difficult.
I swear I wasn't. That's the only name I could think
You
of.
spent the whole time trying to find. Because
I can't think of a U though. I can't
you
think of a
plenty
U.
of names. I can think of a U. Ulysses S. Grant.
That's what I was thinking of.
Was it? So these could be historical figures, I'm guessing,
Yeah.
not just famous.
I guess.
Or Usher.
We've made that rule.
Can I just say Usher? There's no last name.
Oh,
Game
Usher.
over.
Yeah.
Game over.
That's fine.
No
No.
last name.
No.
There's no last name to go off of. I'm sure there's a real name there.
So Ulysses S. Grant, that's a G?
Ulysses S. Grant, yes. G.
Gray.
You're doing it again. You're trying to find something hard. Because
No,
I
I swear.
I was literally trying to find letters that you would never get.
Like
Yeah.
I have one, but he's like a comedian that you might not know. Grant O'Brien.
Grant O'Brien. So I've had to go with an O.
Yeah.
Oprah.
Oh, that's a good one.
But where are you going to go? Do you know Oprah's last
I guess
name?
I have an O as well.
I guess you're going to take the O.
Take the O.
I'm just going to give you one name, people that commonly go by a single name.
What? I can't think. Oh. Hang on, I might be
Yeah.
able to think of one.
That's a tough one. Yeah. I grant on the spot, trying to think of makes me think of like Ophelia or, I know one you should know. I know one you should know, Emma. And you're going to be upset when you think of this one. Yeah, you're going to be upset. I can think of the O right away because there is somebody you admired who has an elf-like presence in many movies.
Oh, Orlando Bloom. You gave me help on that one.
I had to. Well, as a parent, I can't watch you suffer, so that gets to my heart. Watching you suffer.
I was about to say
So,
Odysseus or
Orlando
something, but I
Bloom.
was like, I don't think he's
Odysseus.
a real person.
Odysseus. So,
B.
would it be? Yeah, this is tougher the longer we go because it's like my brain doesn't want to do it anymore. It's like it starts giving up. It's like, why are we doing this? What are you doing to me? Beverly D'Angelo.
Don't know who that is. but
You do know who she is.
Really?
You do. And actually, see, since I'm old, I have to double check my work before I say this. I'm going to say it and then embarrass myself. Yeah, you're going to be surprised because you do know her work. She's currently 74.
Wow.
Yeah, Beverly D'Angelo. Christmas Vacation, the mom from Christmas Vacation.
Oh, yeah, I do know who that is.
Yeah,
So that's a D?
that is a D.
Danny Elfman.
Yeah. I think we've realized we can keep going now. So let's stop because we're gonna die on the E's.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna just say Elvis.
Oh.
Elvis Presley.
Emma
But there you
Stone,
go. We can just
Emma
stop with me
Watson.
winning. It's fine. We can stop with me winning. I'm okay.
So
with
we
that.
tie on that one?
Oh, did we? Oh. I'm all right. I'll take a tie on it.
Okay.
I'm happy I could process anything this late in the day.
I know. Next one is, so this is going to be...
What is it going to be? What are you going to do?
So this one is going to be categories.
Categories.
So this, always played in school.
You did?
All my friends, always.
We played
So
poker in
basically-
school.
What the?
What you guys are playing these games? We were either playing one of two things: Dungeons and Dragons, which got taken away from us, which is in the book on the read. You have to read the book to figure out why it was taken away. You can guess, but Dungeons and Dragons, or we were playing card games, but poker, not Magic or other stuff. Right? Like we were playing real card games. We were playing for lunch money. This is how you get that extra milk. I got the extra milk. How'd you get it? I won.
I won.
Get
Anyways.
enough money and get that chocolate milk. That
That's
was a treat.
crazy.
Yeah, get that chocolate milk. Play
Anyways,
poker.
categories is we just come up with the category. And then we just go back and forth
Category.
saying something in that category, and let's say whoever can't get it within 30 seconds, like if they
Okay.
pause for 30 seconds, they lose. Or you
Okay.
you can't repeat things. It's just let's do an easy one. Let's do like
Give me a sample.
well, if I said like cookies, I'd be like chocolate
Cookies.
chip, and you'd be
Okay.
like snickerdoodle, and I'd be like
This feels
White
like a
chocolate.
Rorschach. I can't say the name. Rorschach test where you have the ink blots.
oh,
What does this look like? Oh, your cat just climbed up in the bed. Hello, cat.
I think
Hello,
it's Willow.
cat.
It is
Hello,
Willow.
Willow. Willow.
Look at her eyes. Oh my god.
Yep. Those are some
Anyways,
eyes. Okay, Emma.
That's how it works. So we just go back and forth until someone
Okay,
either
let's go.
says something
Get it on.
similar. Yes. Okay.
Get it going.
The first one will be.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There goes the bed. Cat's pushing stuff off. How many things will she get? Will she push? Go for it, cat. Push everything off. Do it. Do it. Willow, push everything off. You got this, Willow. You got this. Push everything off. I believe in you. Push it all off. Willow, push it off. Well, now she's going to get in and fall over.
Maybe.
I
But
don't.
she wouldn't let me
Doesn't
put it
look
under
stable.
her.
Okay. Categories. Go for it. Let's
Categories.
just start.
Is. Let's see. What
Go.
category do you want to do? Colors.
Colors.
Something really easy to start off. I'll
So
go first.
colors.
Blue.
Okay. Blue, red,
Aquamarine.
black,
Yellow.
green,
White.
violet,
Indigo.
indigo. Look at you go here now. I'm saying blue, green, red. I know the RGB. Red, green, blue. You get yellow, brown. Did I say brown?
No, I don't think so.
Brown.
Turquoise.
What are you getting? Turquoise. How do you get turquoise? Turquoise. Is fuchsia a color? Mm-hmm. Fuchsia.
Gray.
Gray, like the skies. You know, I'm not going to be very good at this. I actually don't know very many colors.
Oh no.
I'm starting to run out of colors. Yeah. Yeah, I think I've run out of colors.
You give up?
I give up. I don't know.
Okay. All right. I win that one, I guess.
You got it. I couldn't go any further.
Let's see.
I'd have to cheat to do it. I'd have to look it up.
Let me change her bit.
Cat's moving boxes. Hello,
She
cat.
is.
If you could just organize those boxes, Willow, Emma would really appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, they're
Just
they're
organize
empty
them, move them
boxes.
around.
We go back and forth, and we just like
Yeah.
dump off.
Because you're
all
still
of our
moving.
stuff.
You're still
yeah,
moving.
we're still
Yeah.
moving.
Moving boxes.
Well,
Yeah. I think I like that. I don't like these guessing games too much. This is
they're not
tough.
guessing.
I don't know the colors.
Let's do a different one then. You come up with the category.
Purple.
Something...
Did we say purple?
Yeah.
We did say purple.
You
Okay.
come up with the category then.
Oh, I come up with the category. Computer brands.
Uh-oh. So you say one first.
Dell, since I worked there for a while.
Windows.
That's not a computer brand. That is an operating system. A brand of computers.
What are
Actually
they called?
produces computers. You're using one right now.
Oh, Apple?
Who makes? Yeah, Apple. Apple. So I said Dell, Apple, HP.
Microsoft.
That's well, okay, now this is where it's going to be controversial. I think Microsoft has made something in the past. They definitely have the Xbox, which could qualify. So we'll have to see if the audience allows it. Technically not exactly what we were looking for. Sun Microsystems makes computers. Just
what
say
other
you're
ones
done.
are there?
You're defeated. You're done.
What other ones are there?
You're done. You're so done. Done, done, done. I know Dell's so ubiquitous in Apple, and it's like it's one of these HPs.
I don't know any others.
Yeah, there's been so much consolidation of manufacturers. There used to be more.
Snakes.
Snakes.
Types of
Okay.
snakes.
Types of snakes. We don't really. So it's a misnomer. There are snakes in Western Washington, where we are. There are snakes. There's just no venomous snakes in Western Washington, and they're only like two types. They're not really, and they're not ubiquitous. Like Texas, I walk out my front door and find a snake, and I've done that on more than
I'll
one
go
occasion.
first.
You want to go first?
Western diamondback rattlesnake.
Well, that's very specific, because I could then claim other rattlesnake types. Cobra.
Well, they're different.
Cobra.
Rat snake.
A rat snake, yeah. I have a story about a rat snake that chased a farmer in a tractor. They used to. We were talking about East Texas earlier. They used to tell me a story in East Texas that this rat snake they got mad at the tractor and was chasing it, was whipping the tractor, was trying to take the tractor on.
What the freak?
Yeah,
A rat
Yeah.
snake?
a rat snake.
Wow.
So I will say, let's see, there's a lot to choose from. Copperhead,
Anaconda.
coral,
Hognose snake.
ooh, hognose. You have been to the zoo, my friend.
I love snakes.
I'm going to run out. I didn't know that. Wait, I just learned something. You love
You,
snakes?
you know that. I love snakes.
I don't think I actually knew that.
They're cool.
I saw a rattlesnake when we lived in Houston, stretched across the whole street. And I know it was there because as I was running, I wasn't paying attention, and I just didn't really look down. I looked back, and I was like, I just stepped over this rattlesnake.
Wow.
I literally stepped over it. I'm glad I didn't step on it. That would have ended differently. Stepped over it as I was running. I was like, okay, I'm looking down from now on, so I'm going to always look down when I run. I'm afraid I'm saving at least one in reserve, because I know of one more in reserve, but I'm going to go ahead and use it since I can't think of water moccasin.
Taipan.
taipan. Oh, geez. So, set of rattlesnakes, copperheads. These are all the things I grew up with. Seeing water moccasins. I never saw a coral snake in Houston. They were there. We never saw them. Yeah, you got me. I'd be lying if I tried to make something up.
You give up?
I give up. I can't think of it.
Burmese
it's
python.
late in the day.
Eastern
Pythons.
diamondback rattlesnake.
I couldn't. Well, I didn't know I could use Eastern. I thought of Eastern, but I didn't know I could use it. Python. Yeah, that one I should have gotten.
Let's see. Already said anaconda. Well, there's the green anaconda, and I think there's like a different type of anaconda.
Yeah, anacondas.
Let's see. You have
Man, you're
the
asking
water
some tough
snakes.
questions. Yeah,
I love snakes.
these are tough. I don't think these are very fun. I mean, you're just testing my
They
memory.
are fun.
Which there's a lot up here. I'll start asking you technical questions.
Yeah.
Name cloud providers.
AWS.
That's one. Yep.
Google.
Google has GCP. Yeah. Think of Microsoft's what they call theirs.
Nope.
I'm gonna hold. I have to hold you to
cloud.
the name for that one. I gotta hold you. I gotta hold you to the fire for that one.
I have no idea.
Azure. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Well, we're all good in our own spaces, aren't we? All right, that was good. Say
Thank
everybody
you,
pull up a
everyone,
chair.
Thank you, everyone, for watching, and come pull up a chair.
It's all the same table. Come pull up a chair, and I have my tea, Emma. It's quite cold now, but we're good. So come pull up a chair. Thank you, Emma. Virtual
Thank
clink.
you.